What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are going to try to accomplish the Book of Wild Darkness combo with creating Vecna. So with Book of Wild Darkness, it says, tap this, exile the Book of Wild Darkness, and artifact you control named Eye of Vecna and Hand of Vecna. So we have to control those, and then you create Vecna, a legendary 8/8 black zombie god creature token with indestructible and all triggered abilities of the exiled card. So the triggered abilities are when it attacks, you get plus X with X, or X is the number of cards in your hand. You have Eye of Vecna to be able to draw a card, and you can pay 2 in the upkeep to draw a card, lose life. And you also get this triggered ability here. If you, at the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life this turn, created 2/2 black zombie creature token, which works with Eye of Vecna to make zombies, draw cards, try to find all the pieces that you need, and kind of go off with it. And that is what we're trying to do. I wanted to make sure that I showcase this deck early on, because this is a lot of mythic wildcards, and if it's good, you want to know where to spend them. And so we're going to test this out right away. This is a lot of wildcards that you probably wouldn't spend otherwise on Eye of Vecna, Hand of Vecna. Eye of Vecna is a decent card for card draw anyway, but you wouldn't want to play more than 2 of because of the legendary aspect of it, whatever. But we're going to test it out today to see how well this deck does in the format, especially while I am in the VIP account. So thank you to Wizards for that. I'm on the VIP account today. I have also not spent all the wild cards on this deck because, you know, it's hard sometimes to get mythic wild cards without spending hundreds of dollars on this stuff. And so if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure that you subscribe so you can know what decks are actually worth playing out there, especially if you are jank lords like me that want to test out and try out all the fun different cards that are out there. All right, so what is the rest of this deck? What else do we have in here? Testing out 3 copies of Hive of the Eye Tyrant, so the Beholder land here, which is pretty decent. Castle Locthwain, I think personally it probably should be 2 of. I'm going to test out 3 of to see if it works out okay for us. Bloodchief's Thirst, check for traps, which is a pretty good 2 mana sorcery to be able to have discard with it. If we discard an instant or sorcery or a flash instant card or a flash card this way, they lose 1 life, so that's pretty nice. And then otherwise we lose 1 life. So we can force him to lose a bit of life that way too. Feed the Swarm, make sure that we have some removal for enchantments with this, and also it's another way for us to lose 2 or more life to have Book of Wild Darkness work for us. Heartless Act. In fact, I might go to 3 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst and go up a copy of Feed the Swarm. By the way, they just barely implemented this. That is so sweet. That wasn't there before. I don't believe so. And we're going to dive into all this stuff. Murderous Rider for some removal, also a little bit of life gain for us, another way to lose 2 life as well. So it's a really good card here for us. I probably could go down another copy for that, but you know what? Actually, yeah, let's go down 1 Heartless Act. Since we have this awesome thing there, I did forget about the losing 2 life, then it's also a way that we can gain more life. Again, in the VIP account, so I don't have all the cards. Gelatinous Cube, even more removal. So we just have all the removal in the world. And the reason why is because the zombie doesn't have flying, doesn't have any evasiveness. It's just a big body, and so there's if opponent has just a bunch of blockers, we don't get a ton of value out of it besides making all the other 2/2 zombies along the way. So I think Gelatinous Cube actually works out really well to have another threat for us. We don't always have things to eat, but maybe tokens are actually one of the worst things for us. And then we can always dissolve it if we need to with extra mana. Lolth, Spider Queen, kind of going on the same combo plan here, making sure that we can draw cards, find the pieces we need with Book of Wild Darkness, Hand of Vecna, Eye of Vecna, and then also just -3, creating 2/1 black spider creature tokens with Menace and Reach. We have lots of zombies, lots of just different creatures we want to get in with, and so just having the board get a little bit bigger with 2 powered creatures is how we win. And then the emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures you control, if that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So if we just hit him for 2 creatures or 1 creature or whatever, it's 1 or more creatures you control, yeah, then they lose life equal to the difference. So it's just, they're going to lose 8 life every turn as long as we hit them with stuff. And so it's good. I like this card. I like this deck. I'm going to test this out and see how it does for us. We're in a different format right now because I'm playing up against other content creators, because this is in the VIP account and everything like that. Everyone's trying to test out different things. So this isn't going to showcase necessarily what is available out there, but we can at least try out and see how well this deck does. So let's dive into it. A quick reminder before we dive into the gameplay here to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to help support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. And let's go ahead and dive into it now. Here we go. All right, up against 2/3/7. This is a different player than I'm used to. This is nice. Only 2 mana, but we have some card draw. We're on the play with a lot of good 2 mana spells, so we're fine. Book of Wild Darkness only requires 3 mana. The Hand of Vecna I think is 3 as well, so we only need to get the 3 mana for the combo to work here. so it shouldn't be too bad. Play out Swamp, pass the turn. Hopefully we don't find the Eye of the Beholder guy here soon, though. Okay, Bloodchief's Thirst. Play out Swamp, pass the turn. Let's see if they try to go for the combo. We can hold up Heartless Act here, which is really powerful. All right, yeah, so Heartless Act, destroy you. And now I think check for traps is probably one of the best plays we can. Ooh. Yeah, let's try to hit land. Let's try to hit card draw. Eye of Vecna, draw a card. Perfect. There we go. Now we have Book of Vile Darkness as well. And then we can start making zombies drawing cards every turn until we don't have enough life total here to make it work. So decline this time to play out Book of Vile Darkness. There's another land. We can also just play out a Gelatinous Cube just for as a 4-power creature as well sometimes. So that's decent. Let's go ahead and try to dig for the pieces that we want here. Lost some life. Let's go ahead and check for traps. Get rid of, I guess, Lorehold Command for now. Is that an instance card? Oh, it's, yeah, so shouldn't they lose 1 life? Or maybe I read that wrong before. All right, we want to draw cards to try to get to the Bane pieces that we need here. Go to combat, attack in. We don't want to go down too far here with our life total. Tiamat. I don't know if they actually have ways to get this out besides Minion of the Mighty. They're so far away from it that I think that we're just going to take the Infuriate. I'm really confused. That was an instant card, right? Am I reading this wrong? If it's an instant card with flash, instant card or an instant or flash card is exiled this way, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. Those were both instant cards. I think that's broken. Okay, up to 10. Okay. Not another land, though. That's got a little bit frustrating. All right, well, we at least are getting plenty of zombies to start doing quite a bit of work here. Pass the turn. Our life total is getting pretty low, though. But we get to dig for the pieces that we want. Another land, we can play out Gelatinous Cubes pretty effectively. Yeah, we're going to go for this again. Swamp. We want to dig deep so we can find some pieces that we want. Okay, attack in. Down to 8. Create another zombie. We have lethal on board in a couple different ways. And I think we got there. I want to get the combo to work, though. Come on, give us the card. Hand of Vecna. Come on. Fine. Didn't have the Hand of Vecna. Yeah, this is the biggest issue with Minion of the Mighty. You want to be playing it in like more mono red, I think. If Minion of the Mighty dies, it's just everything's over. If you're playing these kinds of dragons in there, you have to be able to get to the dragons by themselves anyway, which they did just draw poorly, and I took the other things that would have been good for them to play, so I almost feel bad about it, but that was awesome. All right, now we have 2 Hand of Vecnas and none of the other cards. It's amazing how difficult it is to get things to work, right? Hand of Vecna itself, if we had a creature, is actually not the worst card, which we do have Gelatinous Cube. So we'll try this on the draw. We're trying to see how well this deck can work. I do think, though, that check for traps, though, is working the wrong way, because they lose 1 life instead of us, and it kept not happening. Wow, come on. Come now. I believe I played against this guy, and it's all around a deck of many things deck. And so we're going to take out Pixie Guide to stop them from being able to go off with it as much. See, that's where we should lose 1 life. We should not be losing life with all the instants that we got rid of before. I don't understand that, but whatever. Hand of Vecna. I love the draws. And by love it, I mean like it's the worst. Absolute worst. So Gelatinous Cube is one of the best ways to deal with a Brazen Borrower. So I'm just going to go ahead and play out Hand of Vecna again, pass the turn, and then Gelatinous Cube to get rid of Brazen Borrower. We'll take 3, and that's fine. It doesn't die yet to Frostbite. They don't have the mana for that. So Cube, kill the Brazen Borrower. We're going to have to probably dissolve it sooner than later. We have a lot of cards in hand. That's a big way to lose life. I guess I forget about that too. You can't just equip onto a creature to lose the life you need. Frostbite doesn't have enough damage on it. Double Frostbite gets back a Brazen Borrower. We have another Gelatinous Cube. And pass the turn. Come on, don't have another. Is it 2 more Frostbites? Oh, they just had the land that time. Okay, that's fair, I guess. Feed the Swarm. We'll kill Brazen Borrower. Take 3 damage. Down to 13. And pass the turn. All right, we got to find something decent at some point. Pass. Deck of Many Things just by itself actually isn't the absolute worst card out there. Now we're taking a lot from these Brazen Borrowers. Down to 10. Come on, removal that doesn't hurt us as much. Book of Vile Darkness. Lose some life, create a zombie. That works out. All right, now we have a clock. Fear us, you. All right, Deck of Many Things. That's a pretty high draw. That was a really high roll. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. Castle Locthwain. We're actually going to pay the life here to put it onto this, just so we can lose a little bit of life there. I think we play out Hand of Vecna to then draw a card with Locthwain to not take too much. We can also find the Eye of the whatever we need. Oh, it's so so much damage. If they make even a single copy, we're dead. So no attacks, pass the turn. We're down to 2 life. Oh, it's fun. But if we found the other card, I guess we wouldn't have been able to play it because we'd be die. In fact, we can't play it ever again unless we find a way to gain life. Right. Okay, that's bad. Well, I think we need Shadow Spear maybe in this deck as well. We need another way to gain life because there's so many things that want us to lose life. Okay, so Hive of the Eye Tyrant doesn't attack in. We don't have enough life to lose, but we also do need to be attacking in at some point. I think we hold off past the turn. They have Frostbite. Yeah. Oh, it still forced me to pass the turn at that point. That's a little bit annoying. I had an ability that was available after combat where it wasn't really beforehand, but because I did click past the turn, it was gone. All right, there's Barbarian class. It's a swing with Danitha. You know what? No. You're not killing us. All right, that's mean. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I forget, this is a time to let people go off with their combos. So I should have seen how many copies they could have made of that. That was a misplay. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I should not have done that. All right, so we're playing up against the same guy here. I was going to scoop, but we have the perfect hand. And so I'm going to try to keep this one. Eye of Vecna into Book of Vile Darkness. And feed the Swarm for some removal. We have all the things we want. In fact, we have the ability to kill that with Feed the Swarm if we want to as well. Draw a card, Eye of Vecna. That's another land. Decline. Get out Book of Vile Darkness. Pass the turn. Now we can pay here, and I don't think we kill Barbarian class, so we have Heartless Act to kill some things. So auto pay here. Another Feed the Swarm. Maybe we do go ahead and kill this. It's only 1 life that we lose with it. If we can do it the same turn as check for traps, though, or whatever, it could be better. We still have Heartless Act for Brazen Bowers or whatever else, so let's just pass the turn. This combo here is actually pretty decent. I was not thinking that this was going to be powerful enough. I was thinking that our life total would be a little bit too low, and with some matchups probably. I mean, and this is a hand too where we have 4 removal spells. 3 of them just happen. We definitely need to feed the swarm now. I don't know what I was trying to say. Lost my train of thought. We have 4 removal spells. 2 of them are feed the swarm, which typically wouldn't happen. All right, play this out. Feed the swarm. Down to 13, swing in for 2. We get another 2/2, pass the turn. Now they don't have the extra rolls. They don't have creatures with haste, so Delina becomes a lot worse. Behold the Multiverse. This card, I already did a video on this one, but it is actually pretty powerful how just paying 2 plus 2/0. This is actually the same guy that I played up against in that video. I know it's probably been 3 days for most of you guys now, but we're going to keep doing this until we find what we want. Another Eye of Vecna. We'll probably play out Gelatinous Cube here. Just for more damage. I mean, that's a decent board state. That's 10 damage right there. Storm's Wrath. That's annoying. Come on, Hand of Vecna. Why can't we ever just draw all of the things that we want? For the love! Come on. Alrighty. Man. Draw more, take more damage. We're being really greedy here. I know what their deck does, though, and it's not the worst play. Yeah, okay. I don't know if we can draw any more cards with this. Yeah, stomps our face. We're in trouble. Just a little bit of trouble there. Deck of many things. They have a land for the trigger. Nope. Come on, Hand of Vecna. I believe in you. I think we start declining. I don't know if we can do that still. Okay, check for traps. They might have a Frostbite here to kill the 2/2. I might get rid of the Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower actually destroys our Vecna, which we don't like. Wait, did that do 1 damage to them? I think this card is broken. I really, really do. Okay, pass the turn. We have Extinction Event for the Bone Crusher Giant, which is a little bit helpful. They're going to want to go for Delina, but they know we have removal here. What do they roll? 3? That's a lot of treasures. It's another Storm's Wrath. All right, those don't kill Vecna, though, unless they do both at the same turn, which they have the ability to do. No! Uh-oh. Okay, fast to my turn. Can we pay? I think we decline again. Ah, for the love. Which means we're doing nothing to put pressure on whatever, but we know that they have Storm's Wrath with it. We know they have everything else is going on here, so it's... We just keep passing the turn. They get the roll every time, but because they aren't empty-handed, we don't have any chance of losing. We have the chance to exile whatever comes out as well, which is nice. All right, gonna level it all the way up right away. Play out Vecna with the 5 treasures, or Delina. Plays out Stompy Boy. That was our last instant speed removal card. So, and we didn't get to draw the card with this. Pass to my turn. Oh. Decline. Check for traps. That actually helps out a little bit. Actually, wait a minute. Cancel. Check for traps first. Make sure this isn't a Stompy. All right, another deck of many things. Get rid of that. We go to 1. Feed the swarm. We go to 1. We get to make a zombie, which is what I was going for the whole time. That zombie is going to win the game for us. You just wait and see. 16. Draws 2 cards. Yeah, Deck of Many Things isn't a terrible card. You do potentially discard your hand, but that's actually what you kind of want for it as well for the combo. If you're going for the roll 20. Storm's Wrath, yep. Down to 1. We have so many dead cards now. Decline. Do not auto-pay there. Ooh. Okay, do not draw cards and lose life. I've decided that's bad. Alright, Deck of Many Things can bring stuff from their graveyard back to hand, but it's random. So they have a chance to bring that back, where like Extinction Event could be worthwhile, but we know that they have Bone Crusher Giants, which if they draw one, we're dead anyway. But, I mean, now we at least have stuff to do. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter onto Lolth. So, oh, it hits Planeswalkers as well. Right. 14, draw 2 more cards. Yeah, we're in trouble. Decline. Come on. Pass the turn. Okay, doesn't have haste yet. Drew into the Barbarian class. Not enough mana yet to give it... Do they have another land in hand? I don't know if they played one. All right, so no haste. That's a big deal. Decline. Oh, for the love. We're 35 cards deep, and we cannot find the Hand of Vecna. Like, what is up with this? Come on, deck. That's getting ridiculous now. Pass the turn. I guess we should probably be holding on to cards in our hand for the Hand of Vecna's ability. Creatures have haste. Yeah, good game. For the love. Okay, I'll let them actually go off this time. Okay, they get it. How many do they get here? They got a 20. Nice. Yeah, get it again. They keep going. Keep rolling. No, okay, that's it. That's a lot of damage there with just the Barbarian class, and they get the buff on everything. Honestly, like that's a really powerful effect. That's 20 damage. Just off of those 2 cards combo. And those have menace, so 23 damage, I guess. So I mean, it's not easy to do, but I mean, just about any deck that's rolling any kind of dice wants Barbarian Class and Delana. So like just that 2-piece card combo and Barbarian Class can stack, which would make this even better. Like it's actually a really good late game potential win con. And so I think that you maybe play it more for that than other stuff. All right, we're going to try this deck again. All right, up against a new player, and we have Hand of Vecna and Book of Wild Darkness. So it's a keeper. It is a keeper. And now we just need to find the Eye of Vecna. Which is probably the most important card in our deck, so that's a little bit scary. Play out Swamp, pass the turn. You expected to meet hostile drow in this ancient ruin, but they fled long ago. What darkness could have driven them out? I don't know. The Beholder! Alright, let's remove. I want to hold on to Feed the Swarm for Book of Wild Darkness. I think creating... But at the same time, though, getting rid of a Tingle for Hadron actually is pretty decent. Let's pass the turn. We have a lot of ways to lose 2 life. Hand of Vecna with Murderous Rider actually is a really good combo for us to gain some life back. Potentially. Okay, Bloodchief Beast. Now, I can take 3 damage with Feed the Swarm. I think I just get Murderous Rider. That's a lot of lands we just drew. So let's go ahead and kill Bloodchief Beast. Pass the turn. Yeah, we need more life gain somehow in this deck. Mountain. That's a dragon. Okay, come on, like Eye of Vecna or something here. We need, or Extinction Event or whatever. Prosperous Innkeeper. Another hand. We can never find all 3. It's always one or the other. I love how that works. Four, 5, 6, 7. I can play out Murderous Rider this next turn, stop them from attacking in, Hand of Vecna, swing in for tons of damage. And is a life gain better than removing a Goldspan Dragon here and giving them another treasure for a chance at a questing beast or whatever else? I mean, they're going to have big things anyway. If they have another Goldspan Dragon, we're dead. I think it is Murderous Rider, though. It blocks 3 points of damage and the potential to gain us life. Goldspan Dragon still has a ton of value here, but we at least have a chance to be okay. And they have a questing beast. Of course they have a flipping questing beast. Hey. Yeah, okay. Down to 1. We have so many removal spells. So many. Oh, we finally found Extinction Event. Well, we'll show the fun combo at least. Yeah, they still got us. All right. We at least had something to do there at the end, and then Extinction Event came in at the last moment. That's great. Yeah. That was just bad drawing. I feel like that's the story of this deck right now, though. It's been really bad drawing. All right, I'm against 1, 2, 6. I don't know why I keep saying these guys' names. It doesn't really matter, but it's a different person. That's all that matters. We're gonna mulligan. Nothing to actually play in that entire hand. Keep this. We'll drop Feed the Swarm. I mean, it destroys lots of things, but I'd rather check for traps than that. And Murderous Rider has more value in general. Yeah, Werewolf Pack Leader is terrifying. These all die to Extinction Event. So what do I want to them to not have the most? Probably Stonecoil Serpent. No, we have removal for that for days. I think it's probably Gem Razor, actually. Because we want our artifacts to stay alive. And if they had held that in hand for a long time, it could be actually really detrimental to us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this out. Eye of Vecna. All right. Decline. Gelatinous Cube. This is an abilities as well, so we have to hit the werewolf pack leader. The ward would stop it there. We actually want to kill Varus more than we want to kill other stuff. Ranger class, yeah, because Extinction Event kills all the 2-drop things. So please swing in with Varus. Bring it on. Fine. I still want to use Extinction Event. Yeah, because we don't want them to draw cards and stuff. So decline. If I Extinction Event, Gelatinous Cube actually gives him back the werewolf. So I can maybe just Heartless Act here. Murderous Rider. I want to Heartless Act on Varus now, before they have a chance to cast a spell. It also keeps him off of enough power for a werewolf, so I think that is the play. So Ward 1, auto pay. Okay. No attacks past the turn. If they swing in with Werewolf Pack Leader, we will trade off. They probably play a really big snickety stink. Yeah, this does not trigger Pack Leader, the Pack Tactics here. Kill this. They get another Werewolf Pack Leader. Play out the snake for 3. You know you want to. It's 9 damage. Fine. Okay, decline. We need removal for that, but we have to do this too. So Extinction Event on even. Okay. If they hit a land, they have 8 damage with Ranger class here. They're probably playing Questing Beast as well. I would be. Serpent at 5. Okay. Decline. We need a land. Oh. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, Ranger class. It's a wolf token. Murderous Rider. That gives us a blocker here as well, which can gain life, which is very important. Swarm Shambler. Gelatinous Cube. Gets rid of tokens. Murderous Rider and Eye of Vecna can draw us a card. We have to keep our life total high, though, so I think we go Cube, get rid of the token. It's gonzoed. Ah, they found the land. Yeah, Vorinclex is massive here. They put counters onto it. Oh, they don't put counters onto it. I guess that's also fair. Take 6. Decline. We needed better draws than that. Yeah, good game. They should put the counters onto the trampler, dude. I think they had us last turn if they had done that. Well, there you have it. Dang it, dude, I don't know why we can't draw all of the cards that we have for this. It's a little bit annoying. All right, so I wasn't quite satisfied by not showcasing at least finding Vecna and making that happen. It's not fun enough to not do that for you guys. So I wanted to make sure I still showcase this. So I'm playing up against Sparky here to at least see what Vecna looks like, you know? And so now we are going to go ahead and combo off here with this. I got Book of Vile Darkness, Eye of Vecna, Hand of Vecna. I'm actually doing this the day after on my normal account. I built a different version with Grim Tutors and stuff like that because I didn't want to make all the copies of Book of Vile Darkness. And honestly, this worked out pretty well still. Grim Tutor does work well with Book of Vile Darkness, but that's also the mythic, and that's the one I have the fewest of, so the combo doesn't typically work very well anyway. But we're gonna go ahead and activate this and exile Eye of Vecna, exile Hand of Vecna, and now we have all 3, and we have Vecna. I wanted to see what this looked like. All right, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, so Indestructible has all of the triggered abilities. So yeah, this is what it is naturally, and then it gets all the triggered abilities of those cards. And pretty sweet stuff. So we get to gain some life with Murderous Rider to still keep doing stuff. Vecna still triggers the ability of all this, which means we can then play the other copies of those cards again. So we kind of get extra ways to do stuff, which is kind of nice. We get to pay the 2 here, draw an extra card, get an extra zombie. We're down to 3. Play out another Murderous Rider. Yeah, it gets big, and that will be enough for lethal for Sparky. And so, pretty sweet stuff. I wanted to at least showcase what this looked like for you guys. A 14-14 here. I should have not played the land and hidden for 15, whatever, but that's still pretty fun. I wanted to at least showcase that for you guys here, and now I'll go ahead and dive into the wrap-up. All right, guys, so we got to check out and see how good Book of Vile Darkness, Hand of Vecna, these ones worked out. I didn't include a Grim Tutor. That could have been a decent card here as well. It also loses up to 2 life for Book of Vile Darkness. You can go digging a little bit more. I was thinking just with a card draw, we'd have the chance to run into it and play the longer game with the amount of removal that we had. And the amount of removal we had was good, but we also hurt ourselves a lot. And so I think you need to have the ability to gain life. The Murderous Rider hitting with Hand of Vecna was a pretty fun thing to do. I think there's got to be something else we can do to gain a little bit more life, though, along the way. I don't know what it is. Actually, oops, what did I just grab? I don't want that. Erebos. Erebos Intervention can gain you some life and kill creatures, which actually would be pretty good. I think with the other removal that we have, that actually might be the best way to go with it. It also exiled cards from graveyards, whatever, so it deals with a lot more things. So I would actually probably bring in 2 to 3 copies of Erebos' Intervention. Go down 1, Feed the Swarm, and 1, Check for Traps, maybe, for 3 copies of this. And that way you just have 3 of a lot of things that are all very good. 4 of all these things. And we got through half of our deck a couple times with Book of Vile Darkness and Eye of Vecna and never found Hand of Vecna. Not quite half our deck, and so there's the probability was there, but I mean, like, still, it's ridiculous a little bit. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video still, and this at least showcased, is it possible to get the Book of Vile Darkness and Hand of Vecna, Eye of Vecna to actually work out? And not really. At the same time, though, it has the probability of happening on turn 4. Eye of Vecna turn 2, one of these ones turn 3, the other one on turn 4, and then activate Book of Vile Darkness to create an 8/8 zombie on turn 4 that's indestructible and can get bigger with your hand size. And so That's really powerful, and makes zombies and does everything else. You know, like it's a really, really powerful effect. And so there is the possibility that you just get Tron, have an 8/8 by turn 4, and that's really, really good. If you have any ways to make treasure in the early game or whatever, you might be able to get a little bit faster. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. You know, actually, one other card to talk about that we could have brought in. Mimic, I think, would have been a pretty good card to bring in there. We needed a threat. We needed ways to be able to spend a little bit more mana every once in a while to get to Book of Vile Darkness a bit quicker or whatever. Not really, though. It doesn't really get us quicker there anyway. It really would just be a 2/2 to be able, a 3/3 to be able to hit in with. And so maybe instead it's actually Faceless Haven. We never really... Did I have Hive of the... the only times I got Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I don't think I had the chance to use it before it was just going to die anyway. Maybe I missed it, though. Maybe I forgot to utilize it. Anyway, I'm over thinking about it now. If you guys like this channel, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see more content. Let me know down in the comments below what things you guys are looking for, what kind of content you're wanting to see, so you guys can make the best decisions with your cards that you play on Arena, on MTGO, whatever you guys are wanting to do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.